Welcome back. During the course of this video we will show you how to spool your line correctly so that you don't introduce twist or any other problems. In order to spool the line, you need to understand how much backing you require on the spool before you apply the line to it. The easiest way of doing this is to fold the skeiner line in half, place it on the spool that you want to fill, and as you can see there's a very, very small amount, probably about 10 yards of backing only required to do that. Once we've done that, we start off again with our favourite knot, the grinner. So we make a loop, make a second loop, go through about 5 times, pull that up tight, cut off the tag end. Right. Now the reel that we've got here is set up for a left-hand wind. So this is the side the handle will be on the reel. So I make sure that the braid pulls up tight and I can get it wound onto the spool. Place the spool on the reel. Make sure that the line comes off of the right part of the spool. Right. Often the easiest way of doing this is to put it over a pen, but in this particular circumstance I'm just going to tuck it into a drawer so that I can wind off on sufficient backing. Right, once we've wound sufficient backing onto the spool, we cut off, leaving ourselves sufficient room to tie on the fly line. Take the fly line, obviously noting the end that says attach to backing. We pull a couple of loops out. What we do, we use our magic knot again, grinner knot. It's always a good idea to leave a long tag because it's easier to hold on to it and pull it tight. Pull it tight by leaving a decent tag. You can pull it tight, make sure it's got a really good grip and it doesn't slide on the line. Trim off the tag ends as short as is practical. You've got a nice, neat connection. Now, what a lot of people tend to do is they cut the 2 tags, the 2 binders, and just drop the line. Unfortunately, that tends to introduce a twist in the line, which once in there is very difficult to remove. So what I tend to do, everybody has their own little ways, but what I tend to do is cut the tags off. And what I do is I undo the spooler line slowly and put it on the reel. So now what I'll do is each time I do that, I will just reel it on the reel. Again, it's really important that you unspool this line so that it hangs straight with a minimum of memory before you reel it up on the reel. It's quite a slow process, but I think it's worth it, as it will extend the life of your line without twist. It's not going to be laying poorly on the water. It's going to be much more usable. It also gives you a chance to have a look at the quality of the line and make sure everything, when spooling up, make sure that you come backwards and forwards across the spool on the reel sensibly. Try not to go backwards and forwards too fast, as what that will do, it will create little spots where you might get a bit of crushing on the coating of the line. If you always unspool it so it comes off the bottom of the coil of line, you'll always have the same angle on it. And just pull that out, ready to go. And there we have your reel, your spool of line on the reel, ready for the leader to be connected.